G'day everybody, Wong here. Today's video is going to be on the M249, which is one of the best options you can get on support. I personally believe it's the best out of the LMGs right now, but I think it's not quite as good as the L86. But this gun is really good. It's pretty much just an M4 with 100 rounds. It's super duper good. So this video is going to start with a stats section, then I'm going to do a standing section and compare it to a few other guns to let you know where it stands in the game, and then I'm going to do an attachment and gun build, plus I'm going to talk about the gun's playstyle, and then I'm going to end the video with a live commentary. Hope you enjoy. Another really quick thing to mention is I'm actually going to give a shout out to a streamer I personally have been watching who plays BattleBit and Tarkov. His name's GamerWxrm. He's an Australian streamer and he's honestly just a legend. He's super funny and he's been doing it for quite a while now, and so if you're looking for somewhere to stop by where you won't get bored, GamerWxrm is super fun to hang out with. And he streams on Twitch. Here's his handle. Go check him out and send him some love because he's such a ledge. Anyways, moving on. So the stats for the M249. We don't really have a whole bunch of outliers here, but the two that are the biggest that I'll mention are, first of all, its reload time is 6.5 seconds, which on its own might seem really bad, but when you consider it also has a 100 round mag, it actually doesn't look too bad at all. 6.5 seconds for 100 rounds, that's totally fine. This gun's 100 round mag is really good, but you might be thinking back to the Ultimax 100 and you might think, well, that gun had a 100 round mag, but it didn't kill very quickly. This weapon, the M249, isn't the Ultimax. It actually has the exact same time to kill stats as the M4, has the same damage and the same fire rate as the M4. If you like the M4 because it was versatile, you'll like the M249. This gun is also very versatile. The recoil, just like the M4, is pretty low. It's actually very controllable considering it has a 100 round mag. So this gun pretty much feels like an M4 that you move a bit slower and you reload a bit slower, but you have a 100 round mag. I know I've said 100 round mag a few times now, but honestly, there's not much else to talk about this gun. It's just super reliable and no great downsides. It's really good. So, where does the M249 stand compared to other guns in the game? Well, there's only 4 options for guns on support, and that is the M249, L86, MG36, and the Ultimax 100. And honestly, I personally would put the M249 at the top. The reason it goes above the Ultimax 100, which is the other LMG, is just because its DPS is so much better than the Ultimax, and its recoil is low enough that you can still get really long range kills with the M249. It's kind of like how with the P90 as well, that gun has a 50 round mag, so you can end up getting kills further than you'd expect because you have way more bullets to shoot. The M249 is a little bit like that too, and it also has low recoil on top, so it's kind of got a lot more range than you expect, and it's super duper versatile. And as I said earlier, it's very similar to the M4 because the M4 is known for its versatility. The M249 in my opinion should be as well. Now, compared to the L86, I do think it's a little bit better, but I'm quickly going to go over. The L86 has a lot faster DPS than the M249, but it doesn't have the 100 round mag. And if you want to get an extended mag on the L86, your movement speed is going to be lowered a bunch, so it's not really worth it. I think that the L86 definitely could be a meta gun if it wasn't on support. But I also do believe the M249 could be a meta gun if it wasn't on support as well. If, Assault or Medic had M249, I reckon it would get used a bunch. It is a super good gun. Alrighty, so I'm going to go over the attachments and playstyle of the M249. Right now I'm showing off the build that I use when I unlock all the attachments, and that is a red dot. The underbarrel I use the SC5 grip. This is because the SC5 gives a good balance between vertical and horizontal. You definitely could run the ERC if you wanted to, because it's only slightly worse recoil and a faster reload, but I really like the SC5. And you also could use the vertical grip if you really wanted, or the BCM gunfighter. Honestly, a bunch of things work for this gun. The BCM gunfighter would be good because it reduces your horizontal a bunch. The vertical to make your vertical even better, but I personally run the SE5 because I just like a mix between horizontal and vertical. Now, for the barrel, I use the tactical. That is purely to reduce the vertical recoil. That is the only reason I do that. I can't think of any other great things to run. Compensate is good for when you haven't unlocked the tactical, but I can't think of anything else I've used. The flash hider maybe, but at a fire rate of 700, I don't really want vertical recoil to be that high, so I would lower it if possible to something else like the tactical. Now, this is the build I would use if you've unlocked everything. I'm planning on making a video about bipods due to a recommendation from a viewer. And so what I did was my first 200 kills or so with this gun, I just used a bipod and that's it, just to see what's up. And then I would use barrel attachments as well, like the compensator, and the tactical. And I must say, if you haven't unlocked the SE5 yet, I actually would recommend giving the bipod a go. The reason being, the recoil with the tactical and the SE5, like a fully built M249, the recoil is really, really good and it's better than the bipod. But before you unlock these, nothing really compares to the bipod before you unlock all these attachments. So early on when you're building up, I would recommend giving the bipod a go. I wouldn't say the recoil is low enough for a medium range scope, but please in the comments let me know if you have been using a medium range scope on the M249, because I think it'd be a really cool thing to do. Now moving on to the playstyle. The playstyle for the M249 is very, very interesting because, as I've mentioned a billion times at this point, it's very, very versatile, just like the M4. Granted, up close it's not as good because up close its DPS isn't fast enough to outkill other guns like SMGs and like the FAL and the P90 and things. Even in my live commentary, I had a couple of deaths to SMGs up close where I kind of mentioned that that's a huge shortcoming of the gun. But this gun has really, really good range. It's really, really good against enemies who are behind cover and are partially secluded. And its low recoil pretty much lets you kill enemies who are still in good position. So this gun's actually really, really good at attacking the front line. Normally with other guns, you'd go on a flank and then you'd run amongst the enemies and kill them all. This gun's really, really good if you're on a flank and then instead of running in amongst them, you sit up on a perch and you just stay there and you just keep shooting. So yeah, this gun is less of a run and gun and more of a get high ground and hunker down, but that doesn't mean you can't move from high ground to high ground really quickly. In my live commentary at the end, you see me do this all the time. I'll be sitting up on roofs and building sandbags and getting on top of it to look over things all the time. This gun's really, really good at that. The reason you would choose that over actually running amongst the enemies is purely because its run speed is less good than normal, and also its reload speed is really, really long. Even though you have a 100 round mag, you definitely do not want to have to reload because it will be really punishing because of how long it is. Yeah, I'd be using this gun's range and I would be sitting on top of roofs. The higher the better, honestly, purely because the range doesn't matter for you because you have 100 rounds. And yeah, that's probably the playstyle for this gun. I highly recommend continuing and watching the live commentary and seeing it in action. And also please chuck a like if you've enjoyed the video. Alrighty everybody, this will be my live commentary with the M249. I just hit 1,000 kills with it and it's been really, really fun actually. This has been a super duper duper fun run, and I'm going to be playing support with normal armor and normal helmet for that movement speed. And also, I just want to say I got a couple hundred kills with it using the bipod, or it was like 150 or something, because I'm planning on doing a video on bipods, but I didn't find it to be super duper useful on this gun, but I'm still going to try it on the Ultimax later on, and also the DMRs, because I think that could be good. So yeah, here we go. Let's have a look. Tense Town. We're on Domination 2, which means that I'm glad I didn't spawn in right away, because you have to hear everybody like screaming right at the beginning. Let me know in the comments if you guys like that, because I did. I thought it was funny for a while. Now I'm just like, I don't spawn in, so I don't have to hear it, like all the screaming and stuff. But yeah, no, I'm gonna try to get to the enemy's half of the map right away just to get some kills, because I'm not really too stressed about points this round. I'm getting pretty close to being able to get my prestige going, and then I'm gonna prestige so I can start unlocking gun skins. Alright, let's have a gaze. That guy's shooting at someone over here, so I'm gonna try and go and find out who he's shooting at. I do not see who he's shooting at. I'm gonna go wide and around to the back of D here, because I think D could have a lot of enemies, because my teammates are creating a front line here. That's the guy he was looking for. I knew there'd be a guy around here somewhere just because of where he was looking, but... So that's the beauty of the M4 right there, the M249, which coincidentally has very, very similar stats to the M4. That range right there is totally fine, where a lot of other guns would have suffered. Oh, there's that guy again. Got some lucky headshots there. Got that guy. Right now, honestly, I'm just clearing out, because I know there's a bunch of cover through here, so I'm just assuming enemies will be here, so I'm just slowly clearing out instead of heading to D. Because if I head to D too early, people in this cover will turn around and look at D and start killing me. Dang, I did not clear the red zone on my left at all, but I also didn't expect people to be there so quick. I thought if they were going to spawn, they'd spawn on D, not at Russia spawn and run over, but it is what it is. I might back up and go try to do the same flank because it actually worked quite well and there's tons of kills to be had over there. So let's have a gaze. Editor's post commentary here. See how I jump on this fence and then onto the roof? If you want to vault on top of something instead of over it, try looking down and parallel with the object so then when you hop over you actually land on top of it instead of going all the way over. Even though I've only taken 2 damage, I'm still going to do it just because I have ammo packs to get bandages back. Dang, that was a shame. Right there, if I wasn't bandaging, I would have been able to kill that guy faster and jump off the roof, but I decided to stick the bandage because of what I was saying. Dang, okay. Let's get this going. Alright, let's see what's going on. I still think that going here is the best play, so I'm going to do it again. But if I tell you what, if I die again, I'll go somewhere else because I don't want you guys to have like boring gameplay of me just going the same route every time. I'm going to quickly chill here before I round the corner. I'm doing that so if there's an enemy I can prone, but I still want to see. There we go. I'm going to back up because I don't want to go any further here. I'm going to do that because I don't want to see. Alrighty, that was tough honestly. I kind of knew I was going to die there just because there was enemies to my left and right and I couldn't really escape, so all I do there is hunker down and try to get as many kills as I can before I die. The reason I chose to put that sandbag on top of the concrete barrier this time as well was because I wouldn't like be able to get a kill on someone who's around that corner because I was healing, so I decided to double it up. I didn't want to prone because if I prone, someone from behind could pincer me. Instead I just wanted to put up a whole wall there to isolate enemies. That's weird why no one's looking for me here. I think that guy didn't think anyone would be in this building because he saw the teammate marker earlier. I died because that guy's pretty good and he killed me and I was thinking about other stuff. Alrighty, now they have a lot of objectives. Now look, if you're going for team play, I would spawn C here and run over to E. But I am going for kills right now, so I'm going to be running down to B and A. But yeah, team play I'd be going up to E purely because I think it's the least expected objective for us to take. And A and B I'm not too stressed because we always have the advantage because our spawn is near A and B. So I'm not too stressed about those objectives. That was bad for me. I probably should have just backed up a bit more. Okay, let's get to a bit of high ground and overlook this open area. Because, first of all, that guy's there. Dang, it's a shame. MP5, man, that gun kills so fast. But at the same time, that was a pretty normal range. I would expect an SMG to kind of shred there. I'm going to go over here. I'm actually going to go inside the building. Not going to jump in right away because I expect there to be enemies, but there is no one. I'm going to get to the roof. Okay, interesting. I'm going to jump up the top here and jump across to the other roof because I don't want to be on the ground floor. I really want to stay on the roof. Oh, dang, I can't make that. That's a shame. I think if I was running medic or something with my light armor, I would have made that, but I wasn't. Okay, now we have B. A, I'm not stressed about. I think that's going to get taken. I think we should go back and try to roll C. I would go on a flank here because I do not like going in clumps of teammates, but there's a big open gap here, and I know that due to map knowledge, there's a huge open gap with no cover. So I'm actually going to choose to go against what I say and go in the clump of teammates because there's no better option. Okay. I might be able to go all the way around, but we'll see. It sounds like we have some enemies in between, so we should be alright. Oh, dang, that was my bad. In my head, I was thinking of what to say because I was going to say I'll prone if he swings, and then I died. That guy killed me. That was a really good swing from that guy. Let's see if he heals me. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm going to go to D now. Now D's being taken. That's actually good because I don't have to be in a huge clump of teammates and I can go all quiet. And I can do like a weird little flank. Oh, I hear a radio. Okay, I'm backing up because there's enemies there. I have to heal slowly with my bandages. I'm going to do this. And now that I'm good to go, I'll head back in. I'm going to do this to help my teammate out so he can cover the front and I'll cover the back here. That guy probably didn't know where to pre-aim because I was in a weird angle. That's what's a really, that's a really good thing about doing that, like hopping on roofs and stuff, is the enemy doesn't really know where to pre-aim. Like that guy probably was aiming either a little bit high or a little bit low because that's not a common angle you pick. So let's do this, hit the deck so I don't get shot at. See, that's why you always choose to run in little valleys, even like a tiny bit of cover, because right there I got caught off guard, but I could just prone and I'm all good. So that's like proof that even a small little advantage here can really, really help. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna keep healing and keep moving. So I'm playing a little bit slow here because I'm talking a bunch, but I think it won't be too bad for the video. Alrighty, now I've got some teammates here, but it's just my squad. I'm actually gonna go with them. It's not a huge clump of teammates, so I think we're fine. I think this is like good. 3 teammates, that's numbers advantage without being too loud, so I am actually going to stick with them. Alright, let's have a look. I'm going to clear out the roof, cool. I don't want to cross any of this ground before checking the streets, so I check the streets from a high up angle like this. Knowing when to do that is a little bit tough, and it's honestly really case by case, so I don't have any good tips of knowing when to go to high ground, but you should start by doing it every time. Like every time you can take high ground, do it, and then slowly over time, you'll figure out when you don't have to. That's what I recommend for learning that. It's teammate, that scared me because he was proning. Very defensive stance for attacking the objective. As much as I can do here, I'll drop him some ammo in case he needs it, and then I'll take a bandage from it, because why not? This guy's a little bit new, I think, but I'm not too sure. We're just chilling here, honestly. Alright, the enemies are capping. So that means that they're outnumbering us. So I'm going to try and clear some floors. I'm cool with that. That guy doesn't know that the stairs won't get him all the way out. I did that because I think that would throw off that guy's aim, me falling so quickly. Dang, that's a shame. Right there, because I was bandaging and I was caught in the open. My best defense was actually pretend I was a teammate and ignore that guy, and he didn't fall for it, of course, and I died. Sometimes people do fall for it, and it's really funny when you get away with a heal when you definitely shouldn't. But honestly, right there, my only defense was to do that, because if I don't heal, I die to bleeding, so I have to heal, and I don't want to stay still because I'll get pushed. So I took a risk, but it was the lowest risk. Like, it was the lowest risk thing I could do, and even that was still risky, which means I was in a bad position. Damn, I'm dead. That's my bad. I think I just had my head... I had my head glued onto, like, the dudes over here instead of anywhere else. Probably should have checked the map when I spawned a little bit longer, but I didn't. Oh. This guy in the chat saying, anyone using the Groza needs a clutch. And then he says crutch, is what he meant to say. I do not believe that to be true. I don't think there's any crutch guns in this game. I don't know, I just believe that this game's balancing is really, really good. I think that if you're using the Groza, you're probably just using it because it's fun and it's good. I don't think that you should feel bad for using any guns. I feel like in other games, yeah, I'd feel bad if I'm using an OP gun. Like pre-nerf Vector felt a little bit like that, and sometimes the P90 and the Evo can feel a little bit like that, but honestly, I really don't think they're OP to the point of you should feel really bad when using them. Not like in other games, like for example, like shotguns in a lot of Battlefield games on certain maps can be really, really oppressive, and I would say don't use them because they are indeed OP, and it just makes people really, really frustrated. But this game just doesn't really have any guns like that because the balancing's actually really good. So don't let people get you down when they say, oh, you're using a crutch gun, you need a good gun. Just enjoy the game and have fun. You know, because it's like, oh, it's just one of those things where it's like, what if I'm just playing the game and I'm just doing what I want? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I just think it's not that bad. I feel like if you're using the Groza and you were fighting an enemy who's way better than you, they would still win. You know what I mean? Like, the gun isn't so good that you just instantly go up a skill level. Thank you very much. But, I don't know. It is what it is. Go up here to get a little bit of extra vision, as you saw right there, I could see that guy but no one else could. Is that guy dead? See, this gun's recoil is so good that even at this sort of distance I can shoot and kill people, which is really, really cool. The 100 round mag as well makes it way good. Alright, let's go to here. Okay, that was bad from me. Honestly, my situational awareness was really bad there because I was in the chat for a second. I was saying, I think they should remove the slow movement penalty on the deagle because it doesn't really, in my opinion, it's annoying that the deagle in my holster, like I don't even have to have the deagle whipped out, makes me move slower. Someone in the comments actually brought my attention to that because I know it used to be like that, but they it was broken and it actually didn't work, and it turns out they fixed it, and now having the deagle in your holster makes you move slower, which I don't like. I think it being out should make your movement speed like lower, you know what I mean? Like it shouldn't have the benefits, but it shouldn't be slower even in my holster. That was a really good kill from that guy. I think if I had extra armor I would have won, but I also think that if I had extra armor I might not have been able to peek that guy at all, so we'll see. Alrighty, let's have a look at what's going on here. So here's that guy that just killed me, he's down now. I'm not going to go to A once again because it's near our spawn, so I feel like our teammates just have it covered. I'm also not going to go to E. I want to take D, and normally what I'd say is if you're going to take D right now, you got to worry about your back from E. But those objectives are actually really far away right now, so I would not be stressing about E at all. Honestly, I just found a good spot here semi-randomly, so I may as well go for it. This is why I recommend checking high ground often, because look at this. I didn't know, right, that there were a bunch of enemies here, but now that I'm on this high ground, it's like all I lose is like 2 seconds. If there's no one there, it's 2 seconds of going, oh yep, oh there's no one there, and then running away. But if there are people here, now I have a really good spot. So you may as well stop by good spots as much as you can and just overlook ground, because you never know, you might run into a situation like this where you just be able to drop kills and stuff, which is really fun. I like this kind of situation, especially with the 249, because there's so many enemies on my screen, but I have so much ammo. Dang, that was good shooting from that guy who killed me. Alrighty, I'm going to go here and go with these guys and flank D. D's already been taken from behind. I wonder what the enemy's going to do. I guess they're occupying this sort of rectangle between all these objectives. I might actually go B and choose to go around, because I just saw a teammate die here on the map, and I'm going to try to go to where he died and clear out the enemies. A grenade just came out of nowhere, so I just saw a grenade come from the right there. Oh, I'm going to back up. And that means that there's enemies, and I can't aim it and aim over the top here. Is that an enemy? That is an enemy. I wish I started shooting. Oh, what the hell? I just pulled out my building menu by accident. Oh, it's frustrating. I think he just died because I just heard an armor crack and some gunshots. Yeah, he's dead. Alright, yeah, we'll head over to D and see what's good. Let's go around here. I'm really liking this run out here because a lot of people aren't aiming here. If the enemies put like a squad beacon here and started defending it, I'm actually sure that they would hold on to D for a lot longer than they are. See, right there I got caught off guard because I didn't think the enemies had pushed up quite as fast, so now I'm going to slow down and re-clear out all this stuff that I thought was clear in my mind. I'm actually going to do this and jump up top. Now you might think this is dangerous, but I got a medic right here to res me if I jump off. Oh no, never mind, he's gone now, so I'll head back down. I can't believe this. In the chat, this is crazy, I was going to give this guy a shout out this video. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, he's actually a really cool streamer. He's a small Aussie streamer who's been doing it for a while, and he's really good at like talking a lot. So if you're looking to chat with someone and not get bored, GamerWxrm's a really good streamer to watch. That's a real big shame. That guy's actually a legend. At the end of every match, he does put in the link to his stream and say, check me out. Which, look, honestly, now that I've started doing a bit of content creation, I don't dislike that. I think that it's like, look, you got to advertise somehow, and I think it's okay that he does that, but he just got banned for it. He will be unbanned, don't worry, but, wow, that's crazy. I really like that streamer. He's such a legend. He's really funny. But, yeah, honestly, dude, if you guys are watching right now, please do go support him when he comes back, because he is a legend, and he definitely deserves more viewers, because he's a very active person on his stream. But he's not like, hey guys, welcome to this and do this, you know what I mean? He's more just a good bloke who's down for a combo. So, but anyways, that's pretty crazy. He streams a lot too. But anyways, gotta get back to the video because this video is about the M249. I walked up the stairs Alrighty, just to let him know, because there's stairs over there.
Pick me up. Love you.
Oh yeah, I can res you through. Oh, I'm dead. Oh dude, I can res you from up here. That's crazy. What the hell?
Yeah, you can rest through the floor.
I thought you could res above, but I didn't know you could res below. That's nuts. Anyways, I'm gonna respawn. Resing below is interesting because I just thought the distance would be larger. I actually figured that out in another video. You probably saw me figure that out, but I just sort of remembered it then. I'm gonna back up. Dude under D. I saw a dude just then under D. I hear some gunshots here. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I just had a stutter. That could have gone really bad. Just had another stutter. That's interesting. I'm all good, though. They didn't stuff up my kills or anything, but yeah, I just got a couple stutters. Alrighty, so let's talk more about the match. So, I'm glad these guys are here. I actually really like this position. My only issue is I don't like getting here because of the open gap here, like the open ravine. But once people are here, feel free to spawn on them. It's actually a really good spot. It's almost as good as the flank on this side. You have way more cover, but that does mean that you have to clear way more stuff. I saw a sniper here. I'm going to get a grenade for some free damage. I threw it way too high by accident. I'm going to back up because that guy's wrapping around, so that hedge will no longer be cover. I'm going to go up here to throw off his pre-aim. Maybe his left. Interesting, he must have left because he must have felt not confident about the gunfight. Alrighty, well anyways, let's keep moving. Alrighty, so, sorry about that. I took so long trying to kill that dude behind the bus, and I didn't even get him, that the advantage I gained from being behind enemies was lost, because I'm not behind them anymore. I was literally about to say, I think that sniper's going to hit me. That's crazy. I'll do this to get all my health back. Now we're in this really, really good spot. I'm not going to cross to E because of an open ravine, and D is already being taken by our team, so I'm just trying to think of what is a good play here for the most kills. There's not a whole lot of good spots here. A lot of people are dying here and dying here, so that means the enemies are probably occupying this space. I'm probably going to do what these teammates are doing and just run all the way back. I'm probably just going to do that now. Seems like the best play. I'm going to drop ammo, not because of my gun, but I just need my bandages back for if I take damage. Alrighty. I got you. Alrighty, let's head back over through these teammates and head back. I might, it's a tough choice. Here they look like they're dying a bunch. This is a really, really tough choice because normally if this ravine wasn't here, I'd run around like that. But because the ravine's there, I can't. Maybe instead, I should go to the edge of the ravine and have a look across to see if I can cross safely, and we'll actually try to cross. Oh dang, that's really good shooting. That guy has the heavy barrel on it. The heavy barrel is so good. Or he just hit a really good headshot, either or, but he probably has the heavy barrel, which makes it a 2-shot kill, which is super fantastic. I actually am a personal believer that DMRs should not 2-shot to the body. They should just 3-shot pretty easily, or be a headshot then a body shot, and armor shouldn't matter. But I think 2-shot into the body is OP. Not saying that I died just then because it was OP. I definitely don't think that. But I think that if people started getting good with the M110 heavy barrel, the gun would be way too overpowered if people started using it a bunch. But we'll see. Dang, I accidentally give up a little bit too early there. GG. Yeah, sorry I didn't get a whole bunch of kills, but the problem is domination ends so early now, due to you don't get a ticket back if you get revived. So yeah, so the games end really quick. They're fixing that next patch by giving it more tickets. And also, honestly, one problem I keep having, and I'm sure you guys are okay with this, but every time I play and do a live commentary, I generally get less kills than without, just purely because sometimes after something happens, I want to pause and talk to you guys about what happened. I hope you guys don't mind that I'm only getting like a small amount of kills for these vids. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video, because the M249 is lots of fun. I think it's actually a very good gun and potentially meta. So anyways, guys, I'll catch you later.